Yeah, so I think I started working with you about 4 months ago now. And I think I was at a place in my life where I was just kind of frustrated, like felt like I was spinning my wheels. I had tried a lot of different, things, I guess, to get me in better shape. I had tried a lot of different diets, kind of like keto, paleo, intermittent fasting. Um, so I just felt really discouraged. And so when I heard about your program through Stacy, I just thought it sounded like something I wanted to give a shot. And I really liked how it wasn't just focused on just, training or just nutrition or, but it was kind of a more holistic approach to, mindfulness and nutrition and training. And that was something I felt like I needed at the time, kind of that structure I think I was searching for. And yeah, before I started to, I wasn't doing any weight training really at all. I was doing more just cardio, yoga. So yeah, that's kind of where I was at.
Cool. So once you started applying these things that you learned in the program, what was your experience through it? What did you see? What was surprising? What was cool?
Yeah. Well, I realized that like because I think a lot of times it's like a misconception that having structure, discipline in your life like is not a bad thing, but that it's like restricting in a way. But to me, I felt like once I started applying those things, it was actually more freedom that I felt. Like kind of I just felt like I didn't have to think so hard about it, and it was kind of just something that I knew I was going to do every day. And so I think just going through the training program, I feel like that was really like laid out like straightforward for you, like coming from someone who hadn't done a ton of strength training probably since high school when I was doing volleyball. Um, it was really nice to have like everything laid out and how you do it so your technique is good and all of that. And then with the nutrition, it was really interesting because um, before this, I felt very fearful of certain foods. I kind of categorized them as good and bad. And this kind of changed my whole, perspective on that. And I think it showed me that you can really fit anything into like a healthy lifestyle. But just gave me kind of the macros you need to fit in. Um, and once I started applying that to my life, I felt so much better. Just like so much more energy. I had energy for my workouts. I was sleeping better because I wasn't restricting myself. Um, I think before I was restricting myself with carbs and that caused, cravings and it caused all these different things. So not having cravings and not having guilt and not having, um, kind of all those negative side effects of restricting yourself felt so freeing to me and felt so good. And I just feel like my body responded really positively to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So to that point, what were the results and the changes that you saw, both physically, mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
spiritually, the whole gamut?
Yeah. Well, I think I mean, like I said at the beginning, like I love how it's not just like focused on like body composition or, I think there was definitely body composition changes, but there was like a whole slew of um, changes in my life. And so as far as body composition goes, I think I'm down like 14, 15 pounds since I started working with you and about like 15 inches everywhere, which is crazy. I just took my last like results pictures and I was like blown away because you see yourself every day, but then when you kind of see where you started and it just feels good. I think um, I've kind of became my own motivation throughout this because it just feels like such a positive thing I've added to my life where it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to go to the gym or I have to do this, but it's like feels really good. And yeah, I think just the other results have been just more energy, better sleep, more like mindfulness, and I think intention in my life, especially when it comes to like nutrition and drinking too. I think has been big for me, because before I think I was in this place where you kind of feel like, oh, I'll do it because everyone else is doing it. And I think just being more intentional about going out, like if I go out, I'm going to plan to have a certain number of drinks, and then I do that and it fits in my schedule for the day, and then I don't feel bad about it. And so I think it's removed a lot of guilt, but also a lot of just like indecisiveness in my life. Like I feel more just confident, sure of myself, free, calm, all of those things. It's just really given me, I think, something to ground me in a way.